I felt like I couldn't concentrate on my job, couldn't focus, horrendous pains in my head, all through my joints. So I went off poorly, and obviously then I spoke to my GP and was referred to the long COVID service.
Were you like that all the way through, or had there been kind of a slight improvement when you went back to work to lead you to going back to work?
No, I thought, to be honestly, that I was better. I've done the 2 weeks or whatever it was, 10 days. I'll be okay. And I went back, and it wasn't until I started to try and do my job, focus on a lot of things on your computer, etc., different things, that I just realized I wasn't able at all. Plus, I felt really ill. I just felt strange. It's really hard to kind of describe to people, but I knew that I felt not well. Things were not right. I had pains and issues that I'd never had before. And I couldn't cope. I couldn't do it, because couldn't do it at all.
How long did it take you to join the dots up from it possibly being the side effects of any medication for the COVID that
Mm.
you'd had initially, that it could have been something else entirely, to it being long COVID? Because we'd started to hear the term, a lot of us, by then, but joining the dots together and working out that that's what it is a completely different thing.
It is. And even though I worked in an area where, obviously, right, we worked all through COVID, I was very aware of everything. I think you think yourself, like we all do, oh, I'm fine,
Mm.
I'm not having this, sort of thing. I'm going back to work. And it was about 2.5 weeks, maybe 3. And I was pushing and pushing myself, because also, as my family and friends will always keep telling me, I'm very stubborn and I think I can do, everything. I'm fine, sort of thing. I'm getting on with it. And it was like I was sinking, I was drowning, and I could not put in what I needed to put into my job, or to even drive into work and back, coping with the hours, coping with everything. And then I thought, no, I spoke to my manager and I said, I'm not quite sure if it's something else going on or whether it's from COVID, but I am seriously not well and I need to speak to my GP.
What was it like when you were told it was long COVID? Because being told something like that, you don't know how long COVID is. It's all kind of
Yeah,
individual
yeah.
circumstances, isn't it?
I suppose I was a bit shocked, really, and a bit, no, 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 I'm fine, no, it's not. But I had horrendous headaches from when I got the COVID, and I don't just mean, it's like an unbelievable pain in your head constantly that you can't seem to shift. I became light sensitive, sound sensitive, feeling sick, so many different things. So as I talked to the GP and said, I am aware there's a long COVID service, I would like to be referred to it, please, because I'm now addressing what I think all the different things are going on with me. And I just want to see if they think, yes, it's that, or whether there's something else going on. So it was a bit of time, to be honestly. Yeah, it took a bit of sinking in.
How are you now, Diana?
So I know better, Lee. If anything, worse. The headaches have never ever gone from when I first had it. So they'll be like today, they're slightly in the background. Some days I can get up and they're horrendous, or I can't even move my head in the night. They're so painful. All sorts of different things. I really, really struggle now with the brain fog, the cognitive skills and everything. And I've always had, a job where I've got to be thinking on my feet, a lot of stuff going on, quite important things. And I have a job to remember what lane I'm meant to drive in now. Where am I going? What am I doing? I've
Wow.
let the dog out for a wee. Oh dear, I forgot. I've left her out there for half an hour. I forgot to bring her back in.
Wow.
Honestly, Lee, absolutely ridiculous, crazy things. And in the beginning, I was very angry about it all, struggling, trying to think, well, this is completely sort of taken away who I am. But Katie was the lady I dealt with at long COVID, and the brilliant advice she gave me was try not to get angry, because with the anger, you're using every bit of energy you've got for that, and you are so limited on energy, Lee. I mean, I thought nothing of working full time, looking after different people, doing different things. If I do something for a day now, the next day, I literally, that's it.
Nobody throughout this time, just finally, Diane, no specialist, no doctor, nobody has been able to tell you when or if this will clear.
No, unfortunately, no, Lee, they can't. I mean, this is something I would rather be back at work and be me than it's not like I'm trying to carry on with this. I don't want it to carry on, but all of them don't seem to be able to give me any answer as to when. More than likely, the consensus is probably this is the best I'm going to be. This is how it's going to be.
Which is awful to hear. It really, really is. So unfortunate. And Diana, I cannot thank you enough for coming on to the show this morning and just
You're
explaining
very
everything that you've
welcome.
been through and still are going through. And I have
Yeah,
everything crossed that you do make a full recovery. Fingers crossed very, very soon. Thank you so much for your time.
you're welcome, Lee. And just please, can I say, everybody, please, long COVID service were an immense help to me and to other friends and people I know. If you're concerned and think you have, please do try and use their service. They are amazing. Very good.